Hey everyone, how's it going? So in her most recent travel vlog, Sploosh mentioned the movie Holes, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but how can you forget Sploosh?
What is this?
Sploosh, that's what I call it. Drink it, it's good.
Which was Kissin Kate Barlow's jarred spiced peaches that had been left out to ferment. So I thought maybe that would make a good ice cream. So we're gonna start with our Sploosh. I've got about 2 peaches that have been cut into various sizes. I kind of wanted a variation of texture. And then I've got some brown sugar, cinnamon, clove, allspice, cardamom, and nutmeg and salt in this bowl. And we're going to pour that in and give it a good mix. And we're just gonna let that macerate for a few minutes to draw out some of those juices and soften the peaches. We're gonna use a combination of fresh and canned peaches. Fresh to sort of bring in that brightness of the freshness, and then canned for the texture and the general bulk. So let's go ahead and stir this up and let this start macerating. All right, so now I've got a standard 15-ounce can of peaches in light syrup. I was hoping to find heavy syrup. I was surprised that that was very difficult to find. So go ahead and stir that up to get everything nice and combined. I'm gonna treat this like stewed peaches, but I'm gonna take the shortcut of using a pressure cooker. So into my Instant Pot, I'm gonna throw all of that peachy goodness. Also throw in a good squirt of honey. And then I'm just gonna add a 1/4 cup of peach nectar to be a little bit more liquid, a little more peach flavor. Some of that sugar will help bring back what we lost by this not being heavy syrup. We'll throw the lid on and just pressure cook that for 10 minutes. Our 10 minutes are up. Go ahead and turn off to keep warm, and we'll do a quick release on the pressure. It smells so good in here right now. So then, as I mentioned, we'll go ahead and bring some of the brightness up again with another, let's do a 1/2 cup of this peach nectar. That'll also add to the drink consistency of the Sploosh in the movie. That's pretty good, but what I want to add is just a little bit of vanilla. So we'll just add a little squirt of our vanilla bean paste. Go ahead and fill up our jars for authenticity's sake. If you are going to can these, make sure that you leave some headspace.
Can you hear the empty spaces?
And there's a couple jars of Sploosh. Let these cool before you try and do anything with them, whether you're eating them or gonna put them in ice cream like we're about to. So I wanna take 2 approaches at this. I am making the ice cream, but I also wanna try making a sorbet. So I've got 1 can of peaches, 1/2 cup sugar, and we've got some of those warm spices here. Got a cup of that peach nectar. We'll add a little shot of our vanilla. A healthy pinch of salt. And now I do have a secret ingredient for sorbets, and that is this Kitchen Alchemy Perfect Sorbet. It has dextrose and cellulose gum in there to help to keep it from freezing too hard, because sorbets are just fruit or fruit juice. And give it a nice blend. Oh no! Disaster!
I can fix that.
Isn't that pleasant? Oh goody! And then we'll go ahead and just mix up our standard ice cream base. Milk, sugar, vanilla, salt, and heavy cream. Machine is chilled. You may notice I have a different dasher in here. This is a sorbet dasher and gelato dasher, and it's designed so it doesn't whip as much air into the final product. So we go ahead and pour this in. And go ahead and churn. By the way it's climbing the dasher, I can tell that we are there. So we have a nice slushy consistency here. Definitely different from ice cream. Ice cream is more creamy, you get that soft serve. This is more icy. which makes sense because we basically made a slush that we're going to end up freezing hard. So as always, into the container, we're gonna lid it with sploosh where I missed the H, and into the freezer. And now we start spinning the ice cream. All right, we are just about to soft serve consistency. We've got our jar of sploosh. I think we're going to probably use one jar. I don't know that we'd use more, but I'm gonna start with a half. Let's see how that looks. That's actually mixing in pretty well. We'll just use the full jar here. And continue to churn for another probably 5 or 10 minutes. Go ahead and scoop this up. It may be just short of soft serve consistency, but it was really climbing out of the bowl, so it needed to come out. So sploosh into the freezer. All right, it's the next morning and our sploosh without the H sorbet is ready to taste. I'm probably just gonna dump this whole container because sorbets are not incredibly scoopable. There's our sorbet. I can see the spices in there. It's got a nice yellowy orange color. Let's see how it tastes.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Tastes like peaches.
Okay, that's very good. It's very much like a peach slush, as we expected. A peach popsicle, you can maybe call it. The peach flavor really comes through. It's a punch of peach flavor. Unfortunately, the spices kind of seem to get lost. I don't get a lot of the cinnamon or any of that, which is a little disappointing. But it's okay because peach is the main flavor that we were looking for here, and we definitely succeeded in getting that. So even though it is pretty much just a block of ice, I dumped it straight out of the container, it is smooth. It does melt smoothly. It's not just like chewing on a popsicle where it's just hard and icy. There's a lot of little ice crystals in there that really break apart. You can spoon it off. This would be incredibly refreshing on a really hot summer day like today is supposed to be. But overall, I like this one a lot, and I will definitely keep it in my binder of ice cream recipes to make in the future. Well, that was pretty good, but let's check out the ice cream. It's a lot more firm than I was expecting, but let's see how it tastes.
What is it?
It's a hot fudge sundae. Just eat it.
Oh wow, that is so good. The spices are there. The peaches are somewhat in the background, but you get the peach flavor. There's almost a buttery taste to it, even though there's no butter in the peaches or in the ice cream. It's very creamy, even though it's firm. This one is really good. This is almost like peach cobbler. This is my new peach cobbler ice cream recipe. I really think you should do as I say.
You'll do as I say.
And make this one. If you're gonna make an ice cream recipe, this is the one. If you have any other ideas for literary or film inspired ice creams, let me know down in the comments below. I wouldn't mind trying to make another one. This was a lot of fun. As always, I want to thank you for stopping by, and I hope we see you again. But until next time, have a great day. Bye.